it for the red, I do it for the white, I do it for the black. Eat a doubles with a slight, eyes are Trini. God damn it, eyes are Trini. So wave your rag now, wave your flag now. If you're from Trinidad, put your hands up. Put your flags up. If you're from Trinidad, put your hands up.
Welcome back, everybody. This is your boy Bob Gomez. This is Daryl. We are here live on the couch as we do every Wednesday. We have a great show for you all tonight. We have a lot of information to bring to you all from Trinidad and Tobago. The shores of Trinidad are busy right now with the buzz of Jack Warner and FIFA. And after last night, the rest of the world has joined in thanks to Mr. John Oliver at Last Week Tonight from HBO. So it started a couple of weeks ago with the arrest of FIFA ex-vice president. Well, the charges being laid against them, I should say, for fraud. One of them being Jack Warner. Jack Warner then went on TV last week and made a statement, basically that he's going to rat out everybody. So in due diligence, I guess, John Oliver took it upon himself to purchase airtime on TV6, which jokingly cut into Mike and Molly and had a 5-minute spiel about Jack Warner and his personal feelings on the matter. So we reached out to journalist Roger Dwarika, who is now on day 5 straight of doing what he does best, which is reporting the news, not only to Trinidad and Tobago, but to the world. So we'll head over to Roger. Roger, how is everything in Trinidad? And sorry to wake you up out of bed.
That's quite all right, gentlemen. It is quite busy, obviously. The headlines here are pretty much Jack Warner, FIFA, the allegations that are coming thick and fast every single day. And obviously the latest thing coming from John Oliver, purchasing airtime on a local national TV station here, which makes me think that maybe if he can do it, you can do it too.
Trinidad TV right now, I think we're going to stay on the internet. We have a little more freedom on the internet. John Oliver has gained a lot of success on the internet with his videos. And yeah, for now we'll stay right there. But I like that option. And we will be exploring options like that, because if the international market can figure out that we can purchase airtime on TV6 and cut into regularly scheduled programming, then Daryl, I believe we should. Now, Roger, what is the buzz? What is the latest buzz down there in terms of the international media was just down there? Tell us how that all went.
Well, I'll tell you what, Trinidad and Tobago hasn't seen the likes of the international media here since the 1990 coup. That was a long time ago, and again, they descended on Trinidad and Tobago in their droves. We had, let's see, AP, Al Jazeera, AFP, Sky News, CNN, BBC, China TV, I think was here as well, CCTV. It was quite a spectacle to behold, because at one point, well, obviously coming from England myself, I didn't know where I was, because I was surrounded by all these foreign journalists, including, shall we say, some very famous faces I was seeing in Chabournes West, of all places. One in particular from CNN. Very surprising. But yeah, they...
Oh. All right, it seems we lost Roger for a bit there. We'll get him back on the line. But what Roger was getting at is the names that he saw in Trinidad. Some of the top representatives from around the world for the international media. And as you heard him say, Sky, Al Jazeera, CNN, even China TV was there. So, Roger, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay, fantastic. So, what we want to do, Roger, is that we found a clip that you guys had posted online. And it is basically of Jack Warner's refusal to talk to the media Let's run that clip.
This clip was actually sent to us by Roger.
Right, so Roger sent us this clip, but I want to get your thoughts on this clip when we come back after this.
No comments. 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 Excuse me. Excuse me. No comments. Why would you explain? No comments. No comments. Excuse me. No comments. Hey, no comments. No comments. No comments. Excuse me. No comments. No comments, please. No comments. Why won't you tell me no comments? Yes. I will. No comments. Please don't I'm not going to move. No comment. What do you know against Mr. Blatter? Mr. Warner, as a parliamentarian, do you think it's right for your associates? No.
So Roger, we saw in that clip there that the journalists are being pushed out of the way by police officers and members of Mr. Jack Warner's camp. What were the emotions like, or the tensions like, during that moment? Seems we're having a bit of technical difficulties. Sorry.
The satellite uplink internet.
Yeah, the satellite uplink internet. Yeah, Roger. What were the tensions like during that moment? Difficult. All right, no problem.
It was pretty intense, but it was just about getting the answers, and that's pretty much what we had to do. Just if you thought it ended there, it didn't. That started the whole thing. So Saturday we did it again. Sunday we tried to find him. Monday we did it again, and so on and so forth. Because at the end of the day, people want answers from this man. They want to know. There's no point It's sort of like, don't write a check from your mouth, sort of thing.
Right. And what is there was also a point in time that you went to Mr. Warner's office along with the rest of the international media teams, and you all were asked to leave, and that no statements would be given. In that piece that you had done, you had asked specifically, even if you had to leave, you were local media, and the answer was still yes, he's not answering any questions, yes, you all have to leave. To which she then replied, his rep at the front desk then replied, you can't even stand in front of the door even though you were outside of the building. What was that whole scene like inside of his office?
Well, to say the least, it was very intense. They weren't expecting us to traipse right up, but we went right in, and I guess Mr. Warner wasn't expecting it either. But, it's pretty much a free office. We're free to walk up, and we got the answers, or not, as the case may be. Then we just decamped outside and waited for hours in the hope that we would catch him, but he didn't come out. He stayed there till, I think, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night.
So he basically out-camped you guys.
A little bit, but then I caught him alone at Dwarika police station at 5 a.m. where he has to check in. And he wasn't expecting to see anyone there at 6:45 a.m. And I just walked up to him. And
Excellent.
He sort of paused and looked at me, and I looked at him. And then I started. I asked him the question. I said, Mr. Warner, what have you got to say for yourself?
And has he been any more forthcoming with information towards you guys that you guys have just not released to the public yet, or are you guys releasing everything as soon as it comes out of his mouth?
Well, no, I mean, the Sunshine newspaper, which is his newspaper, came out yesterday, and more shall we say, so-called revelations about a certain house in St. Augustine that he allegedly rented and for the prime minister who wasn't prime minister at the time, and checks and so on and so forth. But I think what we're all looking forward to is tomorrow night in Lopino, where he's going to be. And that's going to be another relentless scene again, because media will decamp to see this man and, chat with him and ask him what the score is. But he's going to be, I guess the expression used is bossing files, I think, allegedly. So we're looking forward to seeing what happens there.
Correct. Now, one of the questions that was posed to me over the course of this week is Mr. Warner has, it is alleged that he has, committed these crimes of fraud while at FIFA. Does he have the right to bring Trinidad and Tobago government or Trinidad and Tobago into it, even though he himself is being charged?
Well, that was one of the key questions being asked. And what's, I guess, a few politicians were saying that he should inevitably, it's inevitable that, the two are connected because he is Trinidadian. The frauds came down this way, and inevitably, this is the country he's from. So,
all right,
they go inevitably linked together.
Exactly right. Because he's from Trinidad and Tobago, now the people are bunching all of us together. What did you think?
People have a fascination too.
Of course.
People have a fascination too with this little twin island republic, of which some of them have never heard of.
Exactly, and then this man is the former vice president of one of the largest non-profit organizations in the world, and now possibly at the head of the snake that is this large group of different types of fraud. What is the action going forward now then? Has Trinidad and Tobago's police force taken action against him? Is he going to remain in custody? Does he have to keep checking in at police stations? Is he going to be extradited to the States? What's the process going forward now?
Well, he has to keep checking in at the police station until July 7th, when he'll appear back in court again. In the meantime, for a start, the Parliament closes next week, at which point we know the PM has to call the date. So a number of different anomalies coming into this equation here as to how, I guess, the current ruling government, the opposition, go forward from here, dealing with Mr. Warner, who has had, it has to be said, international wall-to-wall coverage, something that you can't. And how they go forward from this is anyone, a whole new dimension, shall we say, in quasi pseudo Trini politics. If you
right.
like.
All right. Well, Roger, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. We know that the days are long. We know that multiple, news organizations from around the world are calling on you. Trini Vibe TV is not the only one, and this is now our 72 for you in 5 days. So, thank you very much for being with us. We will definitely keep up to date with Roger and, with what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago. And, anything you have, Rog, please send it to us. We'll make sure that you stay titled as Trini Vibe TV's #1 reporter around the world.
Oh no, that's kind, but you don't need to do that.
Well, none of us have the sexy British accent, so we'll give it to you.
Yeah. I just want to say one thing, Raj. I've known you a long time. I know how persistent you can be. And I know right now, Jack Warner, every time he closes his eyes, all he can see is that face.
Yeah.
That face right there.
So thanks again.
My eyes, I keep seeing him.
Well, thanks again, Raj, and we'll definitely be in touch. And let us know if you have anything for us.
I will indeed, guys. Great show. Keep it up, yeah.
Yeah,
for
sure.
Get the word out.
For sure. We appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, guys. Bye-bye.
Take care, Raj.
Take it. Bye.
Okay, so that was Roger Dwarika from Trinidad and Tobago. Roger has been following the scene not only for CNMG in Trinidad, but for multiple news organizations around the world. Now, one of the things that hit the shores of Trinidad and Tobago last night was John Oliver paid for 5 minutes of airtime on TV6, correct? Yeah,
Correct.
on TV6. Now, it has caused a stir in the local scene because a lot of it's a funny show. He's satirical. Yeah, satirical. And that's what it is. It's meant to be that way. When we saw it last night, we didn't take it as a mockery. We didn't take it. What we took it as was a plea to Jack Warner to please, by all means, throw everybody else under the bus. Don't go down alone, which you will hear by John's ending, right, of the video. So, taking this video, this is John Oliver on TV6 last night. It's just 5 minutes long. Check it out.
Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. Sorry for interrupting your regular programming, which is, as I understand it, Mike and Molly, starring Melissa McCarthy and a man. My name is John Oliver, and I would like to talk to you for a few minutes about FIFA, and more specifically, Jack Warner. Now, last week he spoke to you on this very channel and promised/threatened to reveal large amounts of incriminating FIFA documents. And since his preferred mode of communication is evidently purchased time on Trinidad's TV6, I have bought this time in the hope that he is watching. Furthermore, I've actually Googled some Trinidadian slang to help me get my message across. So, family, watch me for a minute now. What's the scene? I know you're getting to banker right now. I'll just pause for a second to allow the people of Trinidad to laugh at the whitest person who has ever lived attempting to speak Trini and instead sounding real doltish, ent. But the point is, let's put that aside, Trinidad. The point is, Mr. Warner, do not blueball the entire planet by promising spectacular FIFA revelations and not delivering. I am begging you, release everything, because here's my argument. Why the hell not? It's not like you're not already potentially in a lot of trouble. Seriously, I've been looking through the indictment and good luck with that. Plus, apparently your sons are already cooperating with US authorities, so if you don't, it's just going to be awkward. And finally, and I'll be honest, this is my main reason, I'm pretty sure you have some absolutely hilarious examples of FIFA corruption. Just look at your former colleague, Chuck Blazer. Since he turned informant for the FBI, we found out that he had an apartment in Trump Tower for the use of his cats. For the use of his cats! We also discovered his love of Halloween costumes. Because those are real photos. Because he was mistakenly thinking that these photos are more frightening to look at than this, a photo of the regular Chuck Blazer. I have no doubt, Mr. Warner, that you know as many delicious secrets as he does, and you owe it to the whole world to tell us. Why should you do it? Well, put it this way, right now, Jack. Everybody hates you. Everybody, I mean literally everybody. I think it's something to do with you seeming like an absolutely terrible human being. But, if you turn on FIFA, do not underestimate how much people might be willing to forgive. And if one day you end up in jail and you're staring up at the ceiling, wouldn't you feel better to know that you took down some people with you? It's like they say, snitches get smooches. That's what they say. That's the phrase. So please, release the documents, Mr. Warner, and you may yet salvage your completely tattered reputation. And sure, FIFA's goons might come for you, but as you say in Trinidad, don't hurt your head. Which I believe means don't worry about it. For once in your life, Mr. Warner, don't think about yourself. Think about everyone else. Thank you for your time, Trinidad. I now return you to Mike and Molly. I believe this week's episode is called Melissa McCarthy Still Can't Get Out of Her CBS Contract. So I simply say this to all of you. Goodbye, Trinidad, and of course, Tobago.
I don't find it was that bad, right? There was uproar in Trinidad about it, and I find it was well done. It was kicks, it was jokey.
Well, that's what the whole thing was about. It was all about kicks. That's what it was about.
Correct. Now, stay tuned, because later on in the show, we are going to show you all Errol Fabian's reaction to that. Errol Fabian, of course, being one of the top comedians to come out of Trinidad and Tobago. So we have that for you all, so make sure and stay tuned to that. What we're going to do right now is we're going to go over to St. Vincent, the SVG, right? To our boy Skarpyon live, sitting down in St. Vincent, chilling before he has to go to a show tonight. So Skarpyon, how you going, my boy? How everything in St. Vincent going?
Well, I'm good. I see all and only having real fun with Mr. Jack Warner. Boy, tell you.
Well, that's just what are your views on this whole FIFA Jack Warner scandal?
Well, my views is this, that the older folks always say, never jealous a man who have a lot of things, you know what I mean, whether it be money or wealth, because you don't know where you get it from, you know what I mean. And this is to say that, you know, when you're a individual and you're looking at person's wealth, always remember that, as I said, you don't know where they get it from, so don't jealous them. Work hard for what you want, work honestly. You know what I mean? That's my view on this whole situation.
Correct. And that's good advice to all the youths listening. All you know already know. Speaking about, you know, growing up, how did you get started in music? What was the starting point of your career?
Well, I was actually forced into music from in the primary school level. You know, around carnival time, they will you know, go around to classes scouting for individuals to types of competition. During the school during my school years, you know, we will have concert in school, and of course, you know, I will go up and do my little bits and pieces, and you know, so I guess the teachers saw the talent. So one day they came in my class and asked my teacher to excuse me because they wanted me to sing for Calypso, and I was like, no sir, not me. And they gave me an ultimatum. It was like, okay, so you don't want to sing. Well, do you prefer to have licks or sing? So I said, okay, I'll sing. So that's how I got started. I got started in Calypso, and from there, you know, I mean, I always have the ability to compose music. I would always freestyle in the street and with my friends, you know what I mean? Of course, on reggae music. And well, at that time was reggae music. There was chatting on reggae music, you know what I mean? Right. There was a song by Yellowman. 160 girl is chasing me. And we go all of murder. And if you see Yellowman, well, I would put Skarpyon. And if you see Skarpyon, he's running. You know what I mean? So we used to do, and you know what I mean? We used to do these little things, you know what I mean? And you know, from there, as I said, I got involved in the Calypso competition, and I was always in the top 3 position. I never won the Monarchy in the junior level, but was always destined to do that. You know what I mean? So I started at a very early age in the junior Calypso competition.
Right. Now, your career has been, I would say, lengthy so far, and you know, many more years to come for sure. But to date, what has been your favorite performance? Is there a stage that you like returning to every year?
Yes, the Raga Soca competition was really where I make my name as Skarpyon, you know, the artist. It was in 2004, and that was my first time performing as other than the junior Calypso competition, and I won that competition in 2004. And everybody was like, "Who this dude be?" You know what I mean? He just come out from nowhere. But when they start to reach out, they realized that I grew up and I came from the junior level. So, they start to, turn up the history and realize that I was there from the beginning. And, from there, over the years, I was always in the top 3 position. Actually won it more than any other artist in St. Vincent. And then now, one of my favorite, stage right now, returning every year is the Calypso competition.
We good? You say?
I've take part in the Soca Monarch also, you know what I mean? I came second in 2006, but I was never really pushing that hype thing. I was not pushing real music, you know what I mean? No, I'm not saying Soca is not real music, but I was doing the more constructive type of music that can live longer than the actual up tempo type of music, you know what I mean? So I look forward each year for the raga and the calypso monarch, you know what I mean? I think those give me some great inspiration, you know what I mean? And great, it just, I feel great about it, knowing that, persons who come to these events can see a great performance and can actually go away learning something from this, from the message that you bring, you know?
Right, yeah, we've heard that in the past from other soca artists. We've heard that, soca is one of those genres that is very, very hard to get into, but also very hard to stay in, because a lot of these songs don't have longevity, right? A lot of these songs is year to year to year, or island to island to island. For example, some people will sing songs just for Crop Over, or just for Trinidad Carnival, or just for Jamaica Carnival, you know what I mean? And Miami Carnival songs wouldn't even play in Trinidad Carnival, because people singing songs just for they don't have a longevity to it. What do you think about it in terms of how hard it is to sing soca? Because I've heard that soca is harder to sing than R&B or reggae or dancehall.
Yeah, it is hard in the sense where, like, for example, I'm a trained singer, and I cannot really sing too much on a soca song. Then people would not really gravitate to it, because soca have a kind of rootsy and a rough way about it. You know what I mean? The whole output of soca is rough, so you have to fuse, or I should say, tame it down a little bit. You know what I mean? You cannot really sing too much. You know what I mean? Because then people will say, "Oh, it's not soca." You know what I mean? So you have to tame it in a sense that you're singing, but you're not too sweet. And I think that is unfair, because I mean, like, when I'm taking part in the calypso competition, the calypsonians who are not great singers. Now, no disrespect, we're just explaining something here.
Yeah, for sure.
They will complain and say that, oh, Skarpyon, so R&B, and I've heard these comments, and I think it's because you actually, your diction and your projection is of a different level, or a higher level. So you find that they are, they will criticize you, try to put you in their category. You know what I mean? But I've learned to ignore that, because I mean, you can only be yourself. You know what I mean? And you have to, your work as an individual. This is your task on earth. I mean, this is your ability given to the Almighty. I mean, if you have ability that you can sing well, why should you really water it down to please, these persons over there who don't really like your style, because they think that, boy, I have to compete against this man. You know what I mean? So,
correct.
In that sense, that's only the difficult part. The criticism that you get, which is not really good criticism, is a bad criticism, to say that, oh, you're singing too much. You know what I mean? And I think, you have to ignore that, because I mean, you are actually projecting some information or a song or an idea to general public. And I mean, and persons who are listening to your music, they are the ones who are the ones who buy your music. They are the consumers. So let them be the judge, not the persons in the fraternity.
Correct.
And strange enough, persons in the fraternity, they are the most hatred and the most pull down. And because I understand this, I just decided, you know what, Jed, I'm gonna let stay behind. So I'm encouraging persons out there, if you have ability to do great work, my friend, just go there 100%. You know what I mean?
Correct. Now, I know that, you know, we as entertainers, everyone wants to bring their own element, their own spice, I should say, to the table. But growing up as an artist, who is it that you looked up to or tried to emulate, or, you know, just looked at them and said, I want to be something like that? Was there any artist along the road that...
Right. Yes, a lot of them. Listening to radio, I mean, we never had like television. Well, I mean, we had TV, but it was like black and white, and you know. And then we have the radio station. We only had one radio station, the AM 705, which is still around, which is still one of the, you know, the top radio stations in St. Vincent. And I will at night, I would go by the lamp and listen to the radio and listen to music. And I mean, at that time, Beckett, So, you will hear Sparrow, you will hear, Kitschy, all these great calypso on radio. But I would say, wow, you know what I mean, listen to these music, and, you know, you always wonder how, you know, they compose these music, and, you know what I mean, I was just fascinated with it. So, and, but Beckett was the one person who I was, in my early stage, was trying to emulate, you know what I mean? And I think, you know, I mean, of course, he was very outstanding in St. Vincent again in the early days. I mean, winning like 8 road march titles, you know what I mean? So, you know, he's a legend, you know, a living legend of our music, you know what I mean? And, you know, I would just practice his music, I would sing along to his songs. And then later on, when, you know, technology, you know, started to improve and everything, there was a lady, I forgot her name, but she used to sing jazz music. It was like scat. She would come and she like, and I was like, wow. I was really fascinated with jazz music, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then reggae music now, the Lovers Rock, Sanchez, Dennis Brown, these were the guys who I was really fascinated because of my voice. And I think, you know what I mean? And I was like, you know, these are the persons who I really, you know, enjoy, you know what I mean? At the early stages. And then Buju Banton. Buju was one of the persons who I really was impressed with. I mean, making that transition from dancehall to reggae. And you know what I mean? And my early days in secondary school, I mean, Buju came out in the 90s. I would actually do some imitation of Buju's voice, you know what I mean? And I think Buju have the biggest influence on me in my music, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Right.
Not only because of his voice, but because of his transition, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I would love to hear one of my impersonations of Buju, because Buju is one of my favorite reggae artists as well.
Yeah. Well, I have a song actually I did last year. Well, no, in 2012 called Whining. I did a impersonation of Buju's voice, and then this year I have a one called The Bad One that I also did the impersonation of Buju's voice. It's called The Bad One. So you want to say, "Family know me and family too, family know me love bacchanal, party and fam show to show, and everyone carnival. Beta Jomo play a banjo, drink a rum or join the limbo. One just start, one go down low. Only one thing I love to do, I wind them. Right and show the fat or slim as down on country girl. I wind them, and they go." You know what I mean?
That's sick.
I didn't realize Buju lived in St. Vincent.
Yeah, I didn't realize Buju moved to SVG, boy. So any scene, later run one of your live performances. We have a live performance of yours uploaded here. Alright, so we're gonna run to that performance. Don't go anywhere, we're coming right back. We have some more questions for you before you run off.
$365. Somebody said 365. Say three. We're going to protest right now. Say 365. Say 365. Go. 365. Watch it. Boy. Hands up. High. Hands up. Hands up. Watch it. Hands up. 360. Watch it. I know they go call me name. Yeah. But I don't really care. Cause I come out. Come again. Raise the hands up. Raise the hands up. 365. Hands up. 6.
but I don't really care. Cause I come out to break away, and I come out to ramager, and I come out to join the band, national colors in my, and I love up this feeling, round the clock no secret. So turn off the speaker, pump the music. Soca no longer one side, yeah.
Soca is every day. This music got plenty vibes.
This music, say,
Bring me some
hands up to see bumpers. Put up your drinking glasses. Show me what you're drinking. So be ready to go non-stop. Winding up on the chunk. So be ready. Show me your hand them. Show me your hand them. You ready? You ready? Make me hand them. Hands up. Show me what you're feeling. When soca hit up your system, it's no behaving, misbehaving. When the girls have come, wine on. Hey, make the hand them raise, raise. Show me what you're feeling. When soca hit up your system, it's no behaving, misbehaving. Yo, yo. When the girls have walk up, music can take the blame. Yeah, from I was a baby. Music always inside of me, and it has the authority to unify any crowd.
Stand up, proud.
I love up the feeling. Show me your hands up. Hands up.
Soca no longer one side, yeah.
Soca is every day. This music got plenty vibes.
Keeps me alive. Bring me some joyful feeling.
To see bumpers winding.
Put up your drinking glasses.
Show me what you're. If you're sure, show me your right hand. Hands up. Hands up. Hands up. One. Jump. 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 Make the hand them raise. Show me what you're feeling. When soca hit up your system, it's no behaving,
Misbehaving.
when the girls them. Hold on.
Show me what you're feeling when soca hit
Look.
up your system. No behaving.
This year is 26 years since I sing it. From junior calypso days to now. So that make me 27 years of age overall. I was not good in maths, forgive me. But all who say that I've been doing a good job over the years, show me your right hand, please. Let me see all the Skarpyon fans them. Hands up. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I want to see this. I'm bringing out my 6th album this year. It's called Voice Projection. Remember, I will tell you when it's on in the market. You can get it. Now again, all who support soca music 365, hands up in the air again like this. Whoa! Hands up. Hey! Hands up. Hands up. Hands up. Hands up. Watch ya. Start to jump. 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 Make me hand them raise. Show me what you're feeling when soca hit up your system. It's no behaving. When the girls have a walk up, wine and a walk up. Thank you, Kenneth. Big round of applause for the band again.
We realize all that kind of talent passing down in St. Vincent.
Yeah, Father.
No,
Thank you very much, man.
that song reminds me a lot of a David Rudder song. And
Okay. Alright.
was it, you know that song? Make your hands them raise, right?
Yeah, that particular part.
Just just that particular part. But what I wanted to
Just,
say,
yeah, I totally understand.
yeah. But I mean, and David is a veteran in the business, and
Oh, come on.
yeah. Now, what I wanted to ask is, you prefer, because artists differ, but would you prefer to perform for 20,000 people or 200 people? So you prefer bigger shows or more intimate shows?
Actually, however, when there's a intimate crowd, you get so personal because then by that time you know everybody in the venue. You know what I mean?
Correct.
And your energy towards them or the energy towards you is so up close and personal. I could feel it on stage. Now, when there's a big crowd, it pulls so much from you, especially if the audience is not like totally into you. You know what I mean? Distracted because boy, you have to think about everybody in the whole venue, 2,000 people. You know what I mean? It's like wow. But what I've learned over the years is always to break it down into faction. For example, the people in the front, or there might be a group of people over there who just having a great time. You zoom into them. You zoom into them. And with them, that energy now is 10 of them and it just one of you. So that 10 energy now, with that whole area now will like their vibes. And then, you know, you do something and then everybody involved. You know, so when you become a performer, boy, you're more like a doctor, you know. You know what I mean? You're like a doctor, my friend, you know what I mean? But I mean, it doesn't matter the size of the audience. I mean, I am always willing to you know what I mean, I'm there to work, man. So I'm working, trust me, I'm working. It's a good challenge. And you know what I mean, as I said, I'm there to work to make everybody rocking, you know what I mean? Or let the people leave with something. They say, boy, I like Skarpyon, you know. I like how we vibes, you know what I mean? You have to do something to make people love you, you know what I mean?
Right. Agreed. Now, all right.
Yeah.
We have a segment on the show we like called Rapid Fire, and it's just 10 or 15 quick questions, just off the top of your head, and don't think about it. Just shoot out an answer. Cool?
Yeah. Before I answer the question, I want to say that song that you just heard on live performance, you can look it up on YouTube. It's a new song. It's called Soca 365.
Right.
People who view in this beautiful program, it's a Trinity. This is the real TV program here right now. You know what I mean? We don't have to be there live. Within space. Yeah.
Correct. You
All right,
see
ready?
You ready? All right. Somebody put a plane
right.
ticket. Somebody put a plane ticket in your hand. You either have the choice between Trinidad or Jamaica. Where you going?
Trinidad.
That's the perfect answer. One plate of food that you could choose is your last plate of food. What's your favorite plate of food?
Barefoot and saltfish.
Oh, allow me to have
Well, you have to convince me for that, boss, man.
What is your favorite type of roti?
Boy, I like the chicken roti, you know, the one with the chana, but I like doubles. I don't know if there's a roti, but
Well,
doubles and a roti?
Doubles and roti is two different things, but
I know. I was making that. I know. But chicken.
Right. Brunettes or blondes? Who has more fun?
Brunettes.
Coke or Pepsi?
Boy, Pepsi, no. I mean, no, Coke, sorry.
You better be sorry.
You have one football team to pick. Who's your football team?
Oh, boy. You know what, Virgin? It's Barcelona for years. I mean, we never switch.
Big. Well done. Good answer. Tupac or Biggie?
Oh, man, I mean, from since I was you, man, that team, what? Tupac or Biggie?
Yeah.
I have to choose one?
Yeah, have to choose one.
Boy, I have to choose one. But that's difficult enough, father. Oh, jeez. What a hard Biggie. You know why Biggie? Biggie have more. He could relate to our vibes. He have more rhythm in the sense of a vibe, like a roots vibe, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like his style. You know what I mean?
Well,
No, for Tupac, no, I would choose him because you know his lyrical content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, Biggie mother was Jamaican, so I hope he get the Jamaican flow.
So but I only choose it because I asked for one, but both of them, father. But I choose. You know, if I have a choice, I will choose Biggie, you know what I mean?
If you had just one name to name, it could be anybody on the face of the earth, who has been the biggest influence, not only on your career, but on your life?
On my life. My wife, Natara.
Big. So, Miss
See
Natara
us,
Williams.
and she listening right now.
I know she listening right now.
she in St. Thomas.
We wanna big her up right now because she was messaging us. She was messaging us on Facebook. So Natara, big up yourself. Thanks for logging on to 25 TV. We here every week with all kind of artists from all different genres. So make sure you're logging in, right? She's in St. Thomas right now. Alright,
Yes.
well, large up the St. Thomas crew. Now, before we log off,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
so that we could get to find out where we could get all our Skarpyon music from, to purchase, to download, to listen
Right.
to, let the fans know.
Right. Well, I'm working on my album this year called Voice Projection. I know you guys will love the vibes. For persons, for preview purpose, you can go on YouTube, type in Skarpyon. My name is spelled Skarpyon. I'm on Instagram, Skarpyon Vinci. I'm on Twitter, Skarpyon. Now, I have after the carnival, you could download my music on iTunes. I have some songs on iTunes.
Right.
But you can download my new music on iTunes soon. SoundCloud, Skarpyon, you could get them there. But I know there are some illegal sites that I'm not encouraging people to go there. But
No. We going
Don't go
the
there.
legal route. We
But,
want money in the pocket.
no, we going, yes. Come on, of course. So we say don't go to the illegal road. We say wait until Trinidad when to go on iTunes and download my new music. Just check out all the Skarpyon new music. And for bookings, you can send you just use one of the social media and message me, and you will get me, and then we will go from there. You know what I mean? Skarpyon is one of the most versatile artists in the Caribbean. For persons who getting to know Skarpyon, and I really want to big up Trini Vibes. I mean, you guys sort me out, and big respect, and I feel like we're family already.
Done
And that's
know,
real
done
good, man.
know.
And vibes. And I feel good that as the first Vinci on this program to end
Yeah,
this
boy.
program. I mean,
I was now gonna say
we've
first
been talking
Vinci over the
since
touch.
last year. Exactly, and this is big for me, and this is a stepping stone. And I said, Regina, I don't know how you find me, but big respect, Father, and I really appreciate it, and I know this is going to go a long way, and I will have you to thank very much when I become very big, my music big, and as I said, we don't feel like we're family. You know what I mean? Once you come in Vinci Boss, man, you know you have to link me up, and we go
For
vibes,
sure.
and I will hook you up to the best. You know what I mean? And you don't have to worry about anything else. You know what I mean? Everything good.
For
You check?
sure.
And I wanna big up all the viewers who look into who's watching right now on Trini Vibe. This is real. This is roots. This is where people go and find people. You know what I mean? And all the find the boss man, and that mean all of doing work. All the working hard, and I really, really appreciate this boss man. I'm telling you, to my heart.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? I know I have a show right now. But I said, boy, I have to stick and do this because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And when an opportunity like this comes, as Eminem say, make use of it.
Correct.
One shot to fame. You know what I mean? And you don't know who watching out there. And big respect. Trust
Well,
me.
to us, it's always a privilege for us to take time and get to know the artists off the stage, right, behind the scenes. Just sit down, relax for an hour, and talk us at the shopping
we like we named Trini Vibe TV. We like covering the rest of the Caribbean.
Caribbean. We whole the
You know,
Caribbean.
We like going across to the other islands, especially a beautiful one like St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Boom,
You
boom.
know what I mean?
St. Vincent and the Grenadines, yes. Yes.
Yeah. You can't
And
forget the
big up
Grenadines.
all- and no, it's St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That's we own everything. It's St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Correct.
32 islands and keys. You know what I mean? It's plenty. I mean, we have actually gem up the Antilles. You know what I mean? And and we are, you know what I mean? beautiful, beautiful, beautiful islands, beautiful people. You know what I mean? And we have that Trini connection. You know what I mean? When you hear Trini, you hear Vinci, Trini, Vinci. We have that connection. And I appreciate
For
it
sure.
very much. You know what I mean? Much love, Father.
For sure.
I don't know. I can't. I'm a happy man. This is my Christmas right here.
Well, all the best in the show tonight. We know you from that live performance we just saw there. We know you're gonna mash it up. To all the viewers around the world, stay tuned because we have another Skarpyon music video to run for you all. That's coming up right after this. So Skarpyon, pick up yourself. We'll follow you on Instagram right away, right after this show. And yeah, any music, any promotion you need, brother, you reach out to us.
We are only a mouse, a click away.
A click away.
Correct. Link us.
And we answer right away.
I don't want to use that word mouse, you know, because boy, we trying to get rid of some of these things, these rodents. So we go say click. We go say click.
Yeah, exactly.
We already have click away.
Click away.
I know where you go right now.
Yeah. All right, my boy. Thanks, sir. We really appreciate you taking the time and thing tonight.
Man, keep the vibe, you don't know. Keep the vibe going, and it's a nice vibe. And I say right now to all the people out there who listening, remember share this with your friends because this here is going to be big. You know what I mean? Big respect.
Correct.
My name is Skarpyon. I'm out. Blessed love.
Skarpyon, before you go. We our next music video. I want to introduce it for me. And it
no problem.
This boils down to the question about the curry that we was talking about in rapid fire. So take it away.
Yes. Now it's called Rock Curry. It is called Rock Curry. I actually start composing this song in Trinidad and Tobago. And enjoy. Don't Rock Curry.
next time, or
Yes.
hear Skarpyon performing in a show,
Make sure I'm be there.
make sure and be there.
If you're not there,
He's put on a good show. Right, so thanks to our guest tonight, Skarpyon. Thank you very much also to Roger Dwarika for joining us. One of the things that we were talking about earlier was the Jack Warner scandal, of course, with Roger Dwarika. And we ran the video for you all of John Oliver. So John Oliver rented the 5 minutes on TV6 last night. Here's Errol Fabian's response to that.
Joke is on Jack, the joke is on all of us, and the joke is on that jackass who thinks that was funny, coming to Trinidad and being so offensive and trying to laugh at us as a people. I don't really find it was funny. It was very offensive to me. I enjoy a good satirical piece, but when you come into a jurisdiction to laugh at the people, then you're crossing a certain line that we try to respect in comedy and in the business. You know, I wouldn't go to Barbados, for example, or St. Lucia and make fun of them as a people.
In terms of the accent and
it's crossing a line that makes it inappropriate.
So that is, to me, that puts Errol as our Kakahole of the week. This week, now, when I say our, Darrell asked me who we should nominate for Kakahole of the week this week, and I said Errol. Right? So if anyone has a problem with that, don't go to Darrell, go to Bob. I have no problem. And here's why. Because Trinidad and Tobago is a country that is very proud of ourselves. But we are also a bunch of bandwagoners. For example, nobody knew who Keshawn Walcott was until Keshawn Walcott won the gold medal.
until you try traveling far.
Exactly, right? No one knew who the white boy playing on the Trinidad and Tobago national team was until Chris Burchell started scoring goals for us, assisting us to get to the World Cup, right? We don't start supporting things until they become famous. For example, Trini5 TV, right? The same thing happens with Jack Warner. Jack Warner has been in the media spotlight for so long, for almost a decade now, when Andrew Jennings started reporting on FIFA scandals. Now all of a sudden, HBO's primetime TV show, Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, has given us extra notoriety, right, based on this whole thing. Now, John Oliver's satirical show was, yes, pointed at Jack Warner, rented time on Trinidad and Tobago TV. Here's my bargain, here's my plea, here's my question to the rest of Trinidad and Tobago that have a problem with the John Oliver shows doing that kind of thing. If you have the money to do it, and you so wish to go on television and rent TV6, time on TV6, as Last Week Tonight did, by all means do it. And if your reasoning for that is to defend Jack Warner, we have freedom of the press in Trinidad and Tobago, so by all means do it. But for someone to spend their money, go on Trinidad TV, TV6 had no problem airing the edited clip that John Oliver had done, right, and cut their regularly scheduled programming. And now we're calling the man now Errol Fabian is calling the man a jackass for making a mockery of Trinidad. I didn't see a mockery there. Yeah, he was definitely trying to do the Trinidad accent.
Yeah, but who don't make fun of people accent?
That's what I'm saying.
You know, you walk down Frederick Street, you see a Rasta man making fun of the American accent.
To this day, if I go into Trinidad, right, and if I leave here in winter time, you know, when we white like liquid paper, right, and I reach down Charlotte Street and I walking down, I hear so many calls. Hey man, what's going on, man? Like they're trying to put on an American accent to mock what the color of my skin.
Until they hear your accent.
Right, and then you say Rasta eyes, but Rasta eyes
more ghetto than them.
Yeah, Rasta me ain't come from foreign, brother. It's here I born.
I want thing. When you white like liquid paper.
That was it.
I
mean we white people, not we.
I have a permanent time.
Yeah, take off your shirt now. Right, so that's my thing, right? Trinidadians are the first to jump on a bandwagon and mock the world. Now all of a sudden we're in the spotlight. Trinidad, take responsibility, single out the person that is being charged with these allegations. That is Jack Warner, right? Put him on trial, put him on the stand. If you want to distance yourself from Jack Warner, if you want to stop these kind of shows and news outlets from taking note in Trinidad and Tobago, remove yourself from what is being pointed at, which is Jack Warner and the FIFA organization. All right, that's my rant of the week this week, I guess.
We have one more. We have a new video for the week.
Yeah, new video for the week. This is well, I can't even say the title of the song, boy, because this is another big hot topic in America, boy. Like, white people can't say the N-word and this and that. So here we go. Do this new music video is by Jay Nagy and it's called Bad Beep Beep. I like that.
I like it.
All right, good.
Brought some racks in me, so it's turn them up on our headphones, but I'm not the right volume. We from Trinidad, dog. We from Trinidad. Brought some racks with me, so it's racks on racks. First couple thousand and it's black on black. If baby wanna ride, I just let her holler back. If she wanna see the whiz, baby, this is where it is, though. Rack City, stop frontin'. Party in your mouth, girl, when I'm coming. She was shot first, boo, and she saw the racks, man. She drop it low like she just lost something. She said, I saw you on the YouTube. I let her pop it for the leader of the new school. Shout the girls that'll show love to the crew. We side, west side, baby, what it do? Yeah, shout my G's from the east though. They be riding around the city with the seats froze. And these haters tryna make shots, free throws. While I run the game, I'm the nigga with the Chico. Bed, on some bed. Let my girl at the crib, you know what it is. On some bed, on some bed. Girl, where your man at? I ain't seeing up. On some bed, on some bed. I let my girl at the crib, you know what it is. Bed, on some bed. Girl, where your man at? I ain't seeing up.
Hop out the whip, still sitting low. Got a hit
that'll make a body hit the flow. Jimmy O, we in that young, sit the flow. We get it different if the bounce it get difficult. Make it clap for me, girl, make it clap more. Do that thing that a wax for. Ball hard like I'm coming off the backboard. Introduce a to the tryna act hard. Yeah, and bring it to me like you own me. You could bring a friend, baby, I could bring my homies. Or I'ma probably come alone because you're dealing with the baddest low out of OD. Yeah, so I invite her to the future. She said she drink a little and she do a little hookah. She want it slow, but this ain't Luther. Vandross, damn girl, I can't keep my hands off. Bed, on some bed. Let my girl at the crib, you know what it is. On some bed, on some bed. Girl, where your man at? I ain't seeing up. On some bed, on some bed. I let my girl at the crib, you know what it is. Bed, on some bed. Girl, where your man at? I ain't seeing up. Trinity.
So that's Jay Nagy, but bad
Beep.
beep beep. Bad N-word shit. Alright? I said it. I said N-word. Deal with it. Oh, alright. So that's it for this week. Thanks again to Skarpyon. Thanks again to Roger Dwarika. Roger, always a pleasure. Skarpyon, first time. Big up yourself, King. You're large. Keep doing it big in St. Vincent. Keep representing soca music. Keep representing music around the world. Keep representing the Caribbean. I am Bob Gomez.
That is Daryl.
That is Daryl. And this is Trini Vibe TV. Join us every Wednesday on the couch.
This couch.
This one right here. Reruns on Sundays.
Bob on the show, really couch.
Make sure and check out our YouTube channel as well, Trini Vibe TV. Like us on Facebook, Trini Vibe TV. Follow us on Instagram, Trini Vibe TV and Trini Vibe TV Boss. That is it for us. Everybody have a blessed week. Rest of your week. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather. Soak up some sun. Smoke we had a smoke, drink we had a drink. That is it.
And make sure it's all legal.
We know about that.
Oh.
Trinidad and I real talk. You can check the stamp on my passport. We like sweet gal who like sweet talk. And we getting money like life sport. We just duck work on a Friday. Make a bread and ask when the lime day. By the rum shop cause it Friday. We just rail build it like highway. California we there on the road. All the gal them body exposed. I say they winding up and they jamming up and they tipping all on their toes. I say I'm swagging all in my clothes. Gold chains on like sugar aloes. Down here KFC never close. And Murray Street are the hoes. I come to do my thing. Shell down crowds when we sing. We come to do we thing with the shop so vibes that we bring. It's me the gal what's happening. Say she want roll with the king. We come to do we thing. TNT let me hear you sing. I said that.
Do it for the red, I do it for the white, I do it for the black. Eat a doubles with a slight. I's a Trini. God damn it, I's a Trini.